Now we review the 2025 film Primitive War. Hoorah! Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, if Platoon and Jurassic Park Lost World had a kid, and that kid wasn't terribly bright, you'd basically have Primitive War. Yeah. It is, the story of a squad of soldiers called the Vultures. They're, sort of the Black Ops people. They go in there to the nasty and they get it done. That's who they are. They're like the loose cannon people who you send in for missions that other people would be like, nah, I just ain't messing with that, okay? Couple of Green Berets, I think it is, go missing. And they're like, okay, send in the Vultures to go ascertain the situation. And a very ascertainable situation it is as they show up. And, I have to admit here that one of the problems I have with these movies is that they do kind of take a while to get to a premise that we already know. Like, you pretty much know in the first few minutes this is going to be a soldier versus dinosaur movie. And, it really doesn't start really soldiering versus dinosauring till this Russian chick with big can shows up. And, she's supposed to have been out there for months, like surviving off morphine and just nothing else. And yet those cans are just breathtaking, and you never get a good look at them, but they are some wonderful cans. She's just bouncing around, And the thing about this movie is it is the Pacific Rim of dinosaur Vietnam movies, okay? In that the science is really stupid and it's really a dumb movie. Okay, it's just a painfully dumb movie. You've got guys with guns and they appear to have unlimited ammo, and yet dinosaurs are a problem. At one point, they're firing a 20 mil at a T-Rex, and it's not going down. A 20 millimeter can kill a Mack truck one shot. A T-Rex is not made of steel. Alright, now, it's maybe, this thing is designed to take out tanks. That's what this gun is for. It's possible maybe for you to graze a whale with that weapon and not kill it. Okay? But, if you fired a 20 millimeter and you took my ear off with it, okay, if it passed close enough just to knock my ear off my head, I'd be dead. Because the shock wave from the weapon would scramble my brain. So I'd be on the ground, blood coming out of my eyes, I'd be dead. Okay, if you shot center mass to a T-Rex, just flesh cannot take that kind of punishment. There's no way the T-Rex is going to survive. Let alone, I think they're Utah Raptors is what you're seeing in here. It's that aspect of the movie is just stupid. It's much like the same thing we see in Alien Earth, where it's like you've got one alien taking out multiple soldiers. That's not how aliens work. That's not how things work. Guns work for a reason. We give soldiers guns for a reason. If it were better to, train ninjas to take out guys with guns, we would train ninjas. It's not worth training ninjas. Guns are very effective. So the dynamic of this movie is no, these guys should not be worried about the dinosaurs, but they are, because apparently the dinosaurs are from a parallel dimension where their skin is made of Kevlar. They are impenetrable to bullets. These dinosaurs can take 30 rounds point blank from an AK-47 and not drop. And I mean, I don't think there is anything that can stand that can do that. I'm pretty sure if you took an AK-47, pointed it at an elephant, and got all 30 rounds in that mother, that thing is going to be dead in short order. And it's not going to be in the fight very long after that. You know, that's how guns work. So we got to take that and set it aside. Instead of the assumption here, which is that there is a device that is creating wormholes to Earth's past, we must assume that this is really a device creating wormholes to an alternate dimension where creatures have diamond encrusted skin that will stop bullets, because otherwise this movie is just dumb. Now, beyond that, the movie is actually pretty awesome. All right? You've got a number of really great characters. They're kind of over the top. Like, you've got the one guy who's hearing things, and they're going, dude, you know, you need to see somebody for that. It's like, all right. And it's like a group of men who really care about each other, and there's a history of the vultures, and all the elements are there, you know. But one of the things the movie, once it gets going, it doesn't give you a lot of time to breathe. And that is a good thing, because, I mean, you're watching something happen that's really pretty dumb. You know, it's like, I don't care what that is, you're shooting at something made of flesh and it's not going down. So it's much like Pacific Rim, where it's like, why are we building giant robots? If you've got a cannon that can take out the thing, why not just build the cannon? And then just, you know, like, why does it have to be mounted on a giant robot? What's going on with that? And I know there's some people that have rationalized it, but those rationalizations are pretty silly. It's just one of those things. It's like, you know, when a jet fighter takes on Godzilla and the jet fighter gets knocked down, it's only because you don't understand how jet fighters work, you know? You're shooting from like 2 miles away with missiles. You're not getting close enough for Godzilla's atomic breath to hit you. That's how that world works. So you have to be in an alternative universe where we don't have the modern systems to do, like, lock on something from 2 miles away. Primitive war is kind of, it really stretches what a Hadron Collider is. I mean, I know most people don't know what a Hadron Collider is. I do. And I mean, like, Hadron Colliders were a big thing in the news when the Large Hadron Collider in Europe was finished. And we were once building one in America, but its funding got cut when the European one was built. And it's like, yeah, you know, these are sexy machines, and somebody wove them into the story because they were a little bit tech savvy, and, you know, they wanted to fantasize about this piece of incredible technology. It's still a dumb movie. But it's awesome. I mean, I cannot tell you that this film is as good as Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim was an absolute feast for the eyes, was an interesting universe, and it was just so much fun. I can tell you, this film gives pretty realistic dinosaurs. The special effects are good. And I mean, there's a lot of feathered dinos in there. Okay, so whoever put this together, they did a reasonable amount of research on what dinosaurs look like, but absolutely no research on what dinosaurs came together. Because I don't believe T-Rex and Triceratops ever met each other. In fact, I think Triceratops was found to be the juvenile of a different species. So, I mean, there's that. And I mean, the whole idea of these things being confined to a valley is something that belongs in children's books, not in adult movies. But, I mean, if you watch this movie, you're going to have fun. Okay? That is why it is the upper half of your watch list. at maybe the 75% mark. Primitive War is a good time. It is a turn your head off, drink some beer, eat some pizza, and have a good time kind of a film. Is it, incredible and life-changing? No. But I think it's probably one of the most realistic visuals of dinosaurs ever on film. And, I'm down for that. Anyway, just my opinion. Love to hear yours. Comments below. I'm Richard.
Ladies, gentlemen, and human-type persons, I am Sergeant Duck, and I am tasking you with commenting on this video. You should also like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with your friends, and make a better, more disciplined world for you and for me. Dismissed!